What's up, everybody? I'm Jonathan. Welcome to Worship Matters. And today we're going to be doing, I guess, a new song. New for me, by Natalie Grant. I didn't know she was still singing. You Will Be Found. And it's got Corey Asbury, whoever that is. Alright, so I was looking on his radio and their top 20. And so it's all new. I don't think any of these were on here last time we went through this. I'm not going through the top 10. I'm just going to pick and choose randomly which ones I want to do. So you can go look at his radio over there. That's my radio station of choice, even though they've kind of declined over the last few years. Anyways, let's hop over. If you're new here, go ahead and subscribe. If you enjoy this video, give us a like. And if you've got any song requests, or if you completely disagree with everything I have to say, please leave a comment. I'd love to hear what you got to say. Let's look at our worship guidelines. We got directional, musically repeatable, theologically sound, the Bob test, artistic license, and congregational versus personal. If you don't know what that means, I did a whole video explaining each and every one. You can go check that out. Link will be in the description. Let's hop over here. Alright. Natalie Grant's You Will Be Found, featuring Corey Asbury. I have not heard this song, so no idea what it is.
Have you ever felt like nobody was there? Have you ever felt forgotten in the middle of nowhere? Have you ever felt like you could disappear? Like you could fall and no one would hear?
So let that lonely
verse 2.
wash away. Maybe there's a reason to believe you'll be okay.
Are you going to tell us that reason?
Just when you don't feel strong enough to stand, but you can reach out your hand.
And
Alright, we'll come back to that. Alright. I have some comments. Alright. Have you ever felt like nobody was there? Alright, so you, I assume, is the audience. So you, audience, this is directed to the audience. Have you ever felt like nobody was there? Okay, well, I'm alone all the time. I assume everybody else is as well. So, sure. I think they're trying to ask like a spiritual question here, but alright. Okay. Have you ever felt forgotten in the middle of nowhere? I have gotten lost a few times. I got lost at this camp one time before like it was developed. It was out in the woods. Had no idea. I went the wrong way, and that was pretty frightening. I don't think I was forgotten though. I knew my parents would find me eventually. That was when I was a kid. Okay. Have you ever felt like you could disappear? Disappear. Like die? Or like, I don't know. Okay. Like you could fall and no one would hear. Okay, so you feel like you're not important, or like you're not really contributing to anything, or nobody cares about you. Sure. Okay. Fair enough. I do like this little thing here, which tells me which side it's on. So it's zipping back and forth, which means I can know when the lyrics are on the screen. Alright, so verse 2. Well, verse 1 does not really say much. It's just asking some questions. I know I was making a little more fun of it, but it's like, do you feel alone? Do you feel like have you felt lonely? Have you felt like I guess like the implication being that God's not there, that He's not hearing you. Those would be more poignant questions, but they're more asking like how you feel. Okay, so let that lonely feeling wash away. Okay, that's a command. Maybe there's a reason to believe you'll be okay. So really, maybe you should say there is a reason. What is that reason? It's Jesus. Jesus is the reason. Okay. But I'm hoping they'll tell us the reason. Because when you don't feel strong enough to stand, it's the first half of the clause. That's too far. You can reach out your hand. I don't know why you would need a second reach there. But okay. So I'm still wondering what the reason is to believe that we'll be okay, but maybe that's in the verse. All right, so they haven't really said anything. They have asked questions directed to the audience. I'm not opposed to that, but let's keep going. I think there are better questions that could have been asked, but that's irrelevant. That's my thoughts.
And someone will come running, and I know they'll take you.
It's like a bridge.
Even when the dark comes crashing through, when you need a friend to carry you, and when you're broken on the ground,
You will be found. So let the sun come streaming in, 'cause you'll reach up and you'll rise again. Lift your head and look around, and you will be found.
Oh, I guess there's more.
yeah,
You will be found.
Okay, well that's the chorus. All right, this isn't looking good. All right, and I think it's and someone will come running. Who is this someone? I don't know. You don't know. They don't know. But someone. I need somebody's help. Somebody will come. All right. And I know they'll take you home. I don't know who they are and why they're coming to your home, but all right. Maybe the take you home is actually their home. They'll take you to their home, wherever that is. That could be what that means. They'll take you to their house. I guess you don't have a house. Maybe you're homeless, and so somebody's taking you to their house. That's my interpretation of that. All right. Even when this is the actual chorus part. The other part, that was kind of like a bridge, if you will, or a turnaround. All right. Even when the dark comes crashing through. Okay. What is the dark crashing through? Is it a wall like the High C man, whatever he's called? I forget his name. The Kool-Aid Man. Kool-Aid Man, not High C. We had High C when I was a kid, not Kool-Aid. We did have Kool-Aid too. But anyways, the Kool-Aid Man busting through. That's how the dark is busting through. All right. And when you need a friend to carry you. Okay. The dark is crashing through when you need a friend to carry you. I think that's what's next, yeah. Okay, that's good timing, I suppose. And when you're broken on the ground, there's a lot of clauses here. So, even when, so this is time, that what is the time here that the dark comes crashing through? Also, when you need a friend to carry you. I guess since there's a second when, this could be two different times. But that's weird because so perhaps the first clause is there could be a time when the dark Kool-Aid Man crashes through, whatever. And then there's this other time that could happen, potentially, when you need a friend to carry you. And that one is okay, so we have a third when. So these are three different clauses. See, I'm figuring it out. And when you're broken on the ground. So the and, I guess, implies that all three could be happening at the same time. You have darkness, Kool-Aid Man breaking through. You have you've fallen on the ground, maybe because you were too close to the wall when he busted through. and you're already on the ground. So, and you need someone to carry you. Maybe you broke your legs. I don't know. I know I'm being a little silly, but all right. You will be found. Good. I mean, the darkness found you. But who will we be found by? That's my question. Like, who am I being found by is really important. Okay, so you have been found by some person. Next clause or next sentence. So therefore, let the sun come streaming through. I guess this is fighting the Kool-Aid Man darkness. I don't know how, like, in what setting are we referring to? What does the sun mean? I mean, obviously they're playing on light and dark, but, like, what do you mean by dark and light? Like, I need some specifics. How am I supposed to apply this? How do I let the sun come streaming in? Am I supposed to open my windows in my house when I'm depressed? Is that what you mean? Like, you're living in the darkness because you got all the lights. You know, what does the Bible say? Men love darkness because their deeds are evil. Maybe I just need to open the curtains, and that'll help me be found. That's a bit ridiculous, but still. All right. So let the sun come streaming in, because you'll reach up and you'll rise again. That doesn't make sense. So let the sun come streaming in because you'll reach up and you'll rise again. You really should get rid of the cause, because this is a causal statement, or I think more likely this is the causal statement in there. So you should let this happen, the sun comes streaming in, because you'll be found, because you'll reach up and rise again. So this is why apparently we should let the sun come streaming in, because we will reach up and rise again. Don't know what that means. What am I reaching up to? What am I rising again from? Is this referring to me breaking my legs from Kool-Aid Man jumping through my wall? Maybe. So I guess we could perhaps apply this, but what do we mean? Like, what is the practicality of this? What does this mean? What am I supposed to do? What are you asking me to do? Oh, but don't worry. Wait, sorry, we're out there. Hold that. Don't worry, we'll come back to it. Lift up your head. All right, this is a new section. All right, so all the sun stuff's over. Lift up your head and look around. You will be found. Okay. Okay. Like, were we not looking before? Like, now we are looking? Like, okay. I don't understand what this is trying to tell me. But all right. Let's move on. Verse 2. Maybe it'll explain some of our questions, like, what is the darkness? What am I reaching up to? Who am I being found by? We haven't finished the song. Maybe they explain some of these questions. I hope they do. All right, moving on. Verse 3.
There's a place where we don't have to feel unknown, and every time you call out, you're a little less alone. And oh, and if you only say the word, oh, from across the silence, your voice is heard. And oh, even when the dark comes crashing.
Okay. Alright, there's a place where we don't have to feel unknown. This is such bad wording. this implies the way they've worded this. This implies that in this place where you don't have to feel unknown, you can still feel unknown. That's what this implies. So if you don't have to, it still seems that you can choose to not, or choose to feel unknown. So what's the point of the place if you can still choose to feel unknown? Like, maybe you should word this: there's a place where we will be known by God. Is really what you should finish that with. There's a place where you will know that God knows you. I don't know how. I don't know. I'm not the writer here. I'm just the critic. I don't know what they're trying to say. Like, there's a place where we don't have to feel unknown. Okay, where is this place? Did they tell me? I don't remember them telling me. And every time you call out, you're a little less alone. Okay. Why don't you just say, God hears you when you call out? That's just a little more comforting than being a little less alone when I call out. Don't know why I'm a little less unknown, but okay. And if you only say the word, what word? From across the silence, your voice is heard. Okay. This one's okay, I guess. You could just say God hears you. He knows you and he hears you, but okay. And then we go back to the chorus. All right. So, yeah. What word are we saying? Like, what place is this that we don't have to feel unknown? I think it'd just be more comforting to say that God knows you, He loves you, and if you're in Christ, that He has prepared a place for you, that you'll be dwelling with Him for eternity. Also, God means good for you if you are in Christ. So I think that's a bit more comforting than knowing there's a place where you don't have to feel unknown. You can if you want to feel unknown, but you don't have to feel wherever this magical place is. All right, moving on. When you're broken on the ground, we just have the chorus here. Okay. Here's our official bridge. Okay. I was kind of surprised when it finished because they didn't say anything. Out of the shadows, the morning is breaking through. Okay. We'll give that artistic license because I think they're just saying the morning is dawning and it dispels the darkness. I think that's all is new. It's filling up the empty, and suddenly I see that everything is new. What is this? The empty. It kind of reminds me of I don't remember if it's the first or the second Never-Ending Story. I think it might be the second one, which was not as good as the first one. But like, there's this like emptiness that's like devouring the land or whatever. There's a reason nobody really remembers that movie. It wasn't that great. The first one was great. Anyways, I forget what they call the void or whatever that's destroying the whole land. But anyways, maybe it's the first one. I don't remember. I need to watch those again. They're good movies. Is that what we're talking about here? This emptiness, or are we talking about like the emptiness of the heart? What is filling up? The all is new, or the light from the morning? Or just the morning. We don't even have the morning. Or the light. I assume the light is implied there, but I don't really know what you're not saying anything. How is all things new? Is it just because it's a new day? Like a new day to suddenly, drown yourself in your misery again? Like I don't get what you're saying. Like, you haven't really said anything. Then you will be found. We don't know who we're found by. Just some rando who's taking us to their home, wherever that is. Maybe, okay. Well, that's disappointing. Let's move on. Okay. Directional. That's a fail. This is directed to the audience, which I don't necessarily mind. But if I'm looking for a worship song, which maybe this isn't a worship song, I don't know. I think it's more of an encouraging song. So we'll just say this is not a congregational or personal worship song. This is just a encouraging song. So we're in that realm where it's just listening to it for enjoyment or encouragement. Because it's not worshiping God. It's not, definitely not directly. It doesn't even mention God. Doesn't talk about Him. So no worship of God happening in this song. Can you worship God through this song? Perhaps. That's all I'm going to say about that. So directional, it fails. Musically repeatable. Seems pretty easy. I don't know why it would fail that. Theologically sound. There's no theology in this song. God isn't even mentioned. Really, this song should be about God and how God is the solution to all of our problems, all of our despair, all of our loneliness. That would actually be really encouraging to people when we remember that God is omnipresent. He is always there with us, and that He is also promised. He has made a promise to His people, those of us who have put faith in Christ, that He is working all things out for our good. That's encouraging. Christian, hold fast, because Christ has got you in His hand, and nothing in this world can hurt you. That's encouragement. This song I don't find encouraging at all. They're not telling you anything. They don't tell you how to do anything. You just will be found, whatever that's supposed to mean. Who am I being found by? Is it good for me to be found? I mean, they're making it seem that way, but I don't even know who I'm being found by, so how would I know that it's supposed to be good? Anyways, theologically sound. There's no theology in this song. Bob test. I don't know that the Bob test really applies to this song because it's not a worship song. So NA, I guess, for that one. We don't know who the you is. We don't know who you will be found by. So I guess in that aspect, we could say it fails the Bob test. But I don't think there's not enough in here about God to even have the Bob test really apply to it. It just feels like a secular song, something you hear on secular radio. Artistic license, I gave it to that one verse. What was it? It was the morning is dawning or whatever. I gave it to that one. That congregational verse personal. Definitely don't sing this in church. I wouldn't even do it for personal worship because it's not really worshiping God. If it encourages you, that's great, I guess. If it points you toward Christ somehow, awesome. But it's not a worship song, so it is what it is. So there you go. What do you think? What do you think of that? Those are my thoughts. Let me know what you think. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Do you think this is the best song ever? Let me know in the comments. I appreciate you watching this if you made it this far. I'll catch you next time. Peace.